Did you hear that?
Nice try. I don't scare that easy.
Yeah. You okay?
Oh my God. Mr. Howard?
People like me.
No, international.
International, agreed, yes.
Exactly.
International,
Anything
absolutely.
that tastes that good.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, it's my friend's place, but she's letting me stay here.
You know, I still can't understand how you managed to figure out the recipes to everything we just had simply by tasting them. I mean, that's incredible.
I have a super sensitive palate.
No kidding. Well, I was thinking that maybe we could, before you get your own show on the Food Network, we could, I don't know, whip something up. Just you and me.
Whip something up?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did I do something or?
I need you to go.
Yeah.
Could you please just leave now?
You okay? I mean,
No, don't touch me, please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I need you. Can you go? Just please go.
Okay.
Rachel, for the 50th time, I'm not going to talk about my date with Sam. Fine. But if you suddenly decide to spill, just remember I have plans tonight. I won't spill. Right.
Good morning, everyone. I come bearing gifts.
Oh, let me open it.
All right.
Let me open it, please.
No, I want to. Oh, yeah. Let me open it, please.
It's the sound of red tape being cut, courtesy of Agent Sullivan.
Oh, it's badges.
That's official cover, right?
Nail on the head, Cameron.
I get to keep this one. It's my photo.
Apparently we all get one.
Now we both have badges, Bill.
DCIS? Look at your picture.
Agent Sullivan said this is going to help us with our investigatory hurdles.
I thought I was the answer to our investigatory hurdles.
Here's yours, Bill.
What does DCIS even stand for?
Well, it says it's Defense Criminal Investigative Service.
Yeah. Still no idea.
Hello, this is Afra Pirzad.
Rachel?
Leave a message after
Oh,
the tone.
I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
No, it's fine. Please come in.
Was that Sam fellow?
Does everybody here know everything about my life?
It's an office, Rachel. That's what happens. People watch out for each other. And a first date is quite a milestone in any young woman's life.
Please. Dr. Rosen, I'm not going to talk about this. Not with Nina, and certainly not with you.
But if you change your mind,
Thank you.
I'm here.
I will let you know.
How would you like to go on a little road trip?
To where?
Fenton, Pennsylvania. Agent Sullivan called about a situation there, and I think your abilities might come in handy. According to Sullivan, Fenton's been hit by a rash of deaths. 3 so far. The victims suffered rapid onset organ failure. The CDC found abnormalities in the victims' brains, but no pathogens that could have caused them. Of course, the CDC doesn't know about alphas. Now, it's our turn. I wouldn't have guessed we'd need to employ our new cover so quickly.
I don't know. I think I liked it better when we were seeking out math experts and violin prodigies.
I know, it's a bit of an adjustment.
An adjustment?
Well, our mandate is changing, Rachel. You know, the saying, reward for success is, well, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. We don't even know if we're dealing with an alpha yet. That's why I need my best forensic investigator.
I smell fear. Whatever's happening here, this whole town is scared to death.
Yeah, he said it was right up here.
It's radiation from that nuclear plant upriver. I read an article about electromagnetic fields caused by power lines. Answer questions.
Terrified. Just like the others.
Seem to have a bit of a chicken or the egg thing going here. Dr. Rosen?
Yes.
Yes. Ms. Berzad?
Berzad, yes.
And Dr. Calder, CDC?
I was under the impression that the CDC had already ruled on this case.
Yeah, we're just pulling up stakes as we speak. But when I heard they were sending in the DCIS, I thought that I might do the handoff myself.
Oh, it's very considerate of you. Now, I've read your reports. Are there any further developments?
With all three victims, the damage was centered in their amygdalas.
The structures in the brain that process fear and stress.
It's as if they were subjected to a sudden and really severe shock.
Are these people afraid because their neighbors are dying, or is it the fear that's killing them?
Chicken or egg?
Good luck.
Look, 3 people are dead. We need answers. How is my team supposed to focus when all they can think about is who's going to drop next?
You've got to calm down. I've told you everything I know.
You haven't told me a damn thing. Look, I swear, Marty, if you're holding out on me...
Don't threaten me.
There's a lot of testosterone.
Sheriff Handel. Hi, I'm Dr. Lee Rosen.
Rachel Berzad.
Marty, sorry about that. Coach Zelensky gets a little passionate about his football team.
Passionate?
I heard they were sending more people, so exactly who are you folks? Oh, sorry. DCIS. Call him back. So how'd this end up at Defense Department? Are we looking at terrorism? I wouldn't jump to any conclusions just yet.
Sheriff, I'm sorry, were there any links between the victims?
Ned Burton died first. He was David Burton's dad. David is a local football star. Ned was a realtor. Watts was our bank manager. James Howard, a guidance counselor at Fenton High. These bodies looked half melted inside, but there was no infection and nothing on tox screens. Tell me what I'm missing. I mean, 4 deaths in 4 weeks is way out of my league.
Did you say 4 deaths? We were only informed about 3.
Yeah, the 4th was unrelated, just a freak accident. What kind of freak accident? Car crash. Chris Elkert slammed into a telephone pole on his way home from school. It was a horrible tragedy. Autopsy? In a small town like this, when a kid hits a pole, it's probably drugs or alcohol, but why put the family through that? Besides, this had nothing to do with the other deaths. Probably have to see the body in order to be certain. I assume we'll need a court order to exhume. Chris's mother's been through hell. I promise we'll be as considerate as possible.
Exhume Chris? I don't understand. I'm a father, Mrs. Elkhart, but I can only begin to imagine your pain. But given the circumstances of Chris's accident, we've asked Sheriff Handel to help us look into things a little further. Isn't that right, Rachel?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Elkhart, how long was it just the two of you?
Chris was 12 when his father passed. Cancer.
That must have been a difficult time.
Chris helped me get through it. I know most teenagers don't want to hang out with their mother, but Chris always told me that I was his best friend. He always called us the dynamic duo.
I'm sorry I have to ask this, but around the time of the accident, was there anything out of the ordinary happening in Chris's life? Was he exhibiting any odd behavior?
Chris tried out for the football team this year. It's a religion around here.
Yes.
But he wasn't big enough, so Coach Zelansky made him equipment manager.
We ran into the coach earlier. He was very passionate.
He's a thug. He used to get on Chris for everything. Shout at him to move faster, do a better job. I told him to quit, but he didn't want to let the team down. They all showed up for his funeral, though. Players and coaches.
That must have been very comforting.
And Chris would have liked it. He was finally one of them.
I'm so sorry. This is so unprofessional. Chris was so lucky to have such a loving mother like you.
Oh, that is so sweet of you to say. All right, if you think exhuming his body would help, but could we please get this over quickly?
Rachel, are you all right with this? I need you to be honest
Look,
with me.
I know
please.
I lost it in there, Dr. Rosen. I will not let that happen again.
But it will. And that's okay. You know, I'm glad we have this chance to talk, because you've been feeling pretty sensitive since you moved out of your parents' home, haven't you?
My mom won't even return my calls, Dr. Rosen.
So, seeing what a loving relationship Mrs. Elkhart had with her son has probably made you feel...
It hurt. Look, I just want to find out whoever did this to her, okay? Whoever took her child away from her.
Mm-hmm.
That coach seems like a real nightmare. Fear and stress, right, Dr. Rosen?
Yes, well, we need to find out everything we can before we confront anybody, but yes, the sheriff was not a very big fan of Coach Zelensky's. Sheriff? This is odd.
Is anybody here? I smell decay. One heartbeat. Back there.
Rachel.
Sheriff Handel?
Sheriff Handel?
The smell. It's everywhere.
Rachel, wait. Are you all right? Sheriff, can you hear me? Who did this to you?
Sheriff, stop it.
مادر لطفاً مرا پس زنگ بزن. Please, just call me back.
Is Rachel joining us?
I told her food was getting cold, but
Well, if she feels anything like I do, I imagine she's quite rattled.
I'm just gonna have to take one for the team.
Tea, Bill?
Eggs, cheese, bacon, pancakes. You sure these folks around here didn't just die of heart failure?
Heart failure. Because of the food.
maybe they were just bored to death.
Hey, I grew up in a town like this.
Of course you did. Explains your name, Hicks. Oh, you the star quarterback? No, star pitcher, right?
What can I say? I peaked early.
Well, I can say with confidence that none of these people died from boredom or poor diet. Cortisol levels in Sheriff Handel's blood were 5 times higher than I've ever seen.
Cortisol. Makes sense. Come on, what's cortisol, Doc?
It's a hormone produced when the body undergoes stress. At chronically elevated levels, it can shrink the amygdalas, even eat away at muscles and organs. Now, imagine that on a radically amplified scale.
Can I get you anything else?
DCIS. You don't ask questions. We ask questions. We ask and you tell.
Gary, that's impolite.
So you really are feds.
Put it away.
I knew it. It's a serial killer, isn't it?
You tell us. Respect the bad.
Gary.
Yeah.
Bill is laughing.
Well, what else could it be? I mean, I know they didn't find poison, but there was untraceable poisons, right? Or maybe it's something in the water?
Ma'am, I promise you we're looking into anything and everything related to these victims. And when we find out what caused this, we'll let everyone know.
Meet Coach Kent Zelansky. It's me.
Grease.
Thank you, Gary. So he's connected to 4 of our victims. He's the guidance counselor, the football player's father, and Chris Elkhart.
And Rachel and I saw him in conflict with the sheriff. I don't know what our next step should be. Murder investigations aren't exactly the cornerstone of my practice.
Well, I'm sure you don't think I just came here for a vacation, right? I got you.
Thank you, Bill.
Nina and I will start with Coach Zelansky. I want the rest of you to canvass the school. Be very, very careful. We don't know how this alpha is killing folks, so...
If there is an alpha...
Yeah, well, we still want to be on alert, people.
Can't believe we still have cheer practice when people are dying. Miss Rue was all up in my grill over that trig test. Up in my grill.
Try to concentrate on the ones from Coach Zelansky, okay?
Yeah. Woo! My jacket doesn't have leather sleeves. I want a patch on my jacket, a G.
Okay, I'm gonna get you a G.
Gary.
For Gary, I'm gonna sew it on myself. You just focus for a couple minutes,
Yeah, okay. Hey, Cameron, you're up in my grill now. You gotta get out of my grill.
Okay.
Coach Zelansky sends mean emails. There's one to Rich Wallace, and there's four to David Burton.
David Burton. Burton. Isn't that the name of one of our dead guys?
DCIS. I see yourself.
What does my relationship with Ned Burton have to do with his death?
Like I said, we're just trying to get a better sense of the victims.
Well, you think I don't see where this is going?
Oh, wait, you tell me, where's this going?
You know, you better be pretty sure of yourself before you come into my school and accuse me of being a part of it.
Listen, nobody is accusing you of anything yet.
Do you know what I do for this town? In case you haven't noticed, Panthers football is Fenton. Or my team gives people hope. And you come in here insinuating I had something to do with these deaths?
I never insinuated anything.
You are a damn liar. You know
Stop
you are.
it! You need to sit down, lose the attitude, and answer the questions.
Right. I'll answer your questions. What do you want to know?
I like to see these fancy badges do that.
Coach Zelansky is an ass. He's definitely not our alpha.
And you're certain about that?
Could be wrong. Maybe it is the water.
Bill, CDC's been very clear about that. So, assuming it is an alpha, someone who's using fear and intimidation to kill these people, have you come across anyone who fits that profile?
There was one football player that kept popping up in Handell's files for fighting, vandalism, but also bullying. He bullied.
Hold on. Where's Gary?
David Burton. No one likes David Burton. Not the coach, not anyone. He punched you. Yeah. Did you see Burton freaking out? Freaking. F-R-E-A-K-N. That's not a word. Guy's a psycho. Douche. Douche.
Get out of my hallway, wuss.
Oh, hey. You're Dave Burton. Killer scares people. You scare people.
Killer? Since when are they letting retards in school?
I'm not a Hey, you shouldn't use that word. I'm autistic. You're a retard.
You look pretty retarded to me.
32 on the Carr scale. You have bad breath. Yeah, Carly Wellen. She said that she'd rather lick a toilet seat and kiss you. It got 47 retweets. Hey, don't touch me. I don't like to be touched.
Yeah? That's really too bad for you, man.
Hey! Back up! That's David Burton, the Alpha! Stop him!
Let me borrow this.
FBI, out the way, excuse me, out the way.
Doc!
Just trying to trip the kid, not kill him.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Cameron, you did not do this. He is not an alpha. He's another victim.
How? I mean, where's the alpha who did it?
There's a hospital about 15 miles from here, Kathy. I need you to secure an MRI suite. I want to run some tests, see if I can isolate the cause.
His jacket's getting caught on the door. It's too bulky. You should take it up.
Gary.
Let me wear it.
Gary, back up.
Gary, you're gonna get hurt.
The lever right there.
Come on. I think our being here has accelerated the killer's timetable. I would appreciate some help. Now. Yes, we're on our way. Bill, Cameron, I think we should stay here and keep looking. It might be a good idea to retrace David's last few hours.
Dr. Rosen, I'd like to see too.
Okay. Gary, get in.
No, I have bruises in my hair.
So, David's family's saying he left at the same time as usual, walked through the neighborhood. No one at school saw anything strange up until the fight.
Coming up empty.
Not so fast, kids. The exhumation on Chris Elkhart is done. We got the whole deal. We got the autopsy here. We got the county medical records, the accident reports, the school files are requested. Now, Rachel, you said that in all the victims, the
amygdalas.
Thank you, Dr. House. They shrunk on all the Vicks, right?
Yeah.
That's not the case with Chris Elkhart.
So it was just an accident?
I don't know. The accident report's not adding up. Hicks, that temporal, spatial, whatever thing you do, that can come in handy. I need you to come with me.
It's nice to feel wanted.
You know what? You guys go ahead. I'm gonna go talk to the mom.
Gary, take that off. It's not yours.
No, it looks better on me. I'm a baller.
How do you even know that word?
It's the right word.
Nina, same symptoms as all the other victims. Cortisol levels through the roof, and when we flushed his system, his body continued to produce cortisol as rapidly as we could get rid of it.
Maybe David is pushed, and it just keeps triggering him.
Yeah, maybe Nina's the killer. Are you the killer, Nina? It'd be a surprise.
Because for the levels to remain so high for so long, they would have to be triggered continuously. These readings are consistent with a drug addict. That's why his body is producing so much cortisol. He's in withdrawal.
Withdrawal? But what's he addicted to?
Well, there were no foreign substances indicated in his blood. I think he's addicted to a person. They all were. The patterns were all the same. Addiction, and then withdrawal. Fatal withdrawal.
He's non-responsive to meds, just like all the others. I really feel we need to quarantine this kid.
It won't be necessary. Whatever is making him sick, it's not contagious.
Dr. Calder, hello again.
I asked the hospital if they would call me if anyone else felt ill. May I?
We need to initiate support therapy right away. Start a dilaudid drip. What did you just do to him?
I just took his hand. It seemed as though he needed some contact.
Let go. Just for a moment. Yes, okay. Take hold again, with both hands.
I don't get it. Why is this helping?
By holding his hand, Nina, she's giving David exactly what he needs. It's a chemical secreted by his own brain. It's oxytocin. It's often called the love hormone. It's critically important in bonding people to the ones they love. And conversely, it causes the very real pain people speak of when separated.
That's where the cortisol comes in.
Yes, we need oxytocin right away.
There's something I think I can add to that. Will you help me?
Nina, someone in David's life has done this to him. A serial killer who formed an unnaturally strong bond and then severed that bond. Our alpha. He's flatlining. Nina, hold tight. Crashing here!
Based on the medical evidence, it doesn't look like Chris was a murder victim. But my colleagues are still looking into it, and we should have answers for you very soon.
But you had a suspect.
David Burton? I read David's bio. I know that he bullied Chris, but now he's dying.
Well, you'll excuse me if I don't shed any tears. Not after what David and his friends did to my son.
What exactly did they do? Jessica, we need to know everything.
They thought he was weak because he couldn't make the team. He didn't like the same music. They like stupid things. So they ridiculed him, spread rumors about him on the internet, beat him up. The worst part for Chris was that he idolized those boys. He couldn't understand why they had targeted him. I'm sorry for dumping all of this on you. You were very kind to come here. When did you say your friends were coming back?
Oh, well, they're at the accident scene, so half hour, maybe 45 minutes.
Oh. You could wait here? I could make you a snack. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's a habit. It's just a habit. I guess in some ways you remind me of him. You're so sweet. I won't keep you.
No, it's okay. I'd love to stay.
Really?
Yeah, snack sounds good.
This spot, huh?
You know, I am fully literate in accident reports, Hicks. Did you know that?
Was it raining, oil slick or something?
Nah, it was a clear day, overcast, so no sun in his eyes like today.
How fast is he going?
What's it, 65? But he had good brakes and new tires, so...
Plenty of room to maneuver. No, I expect to see swerve marks if it was an accident.
What you got?
This is no accident.
Oxytocin seems to be working.
Your instincts may very well have saved David's life.
I still don't understand the addiction to the oxytocin. I mean, does your team have any idea what's causing it?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Just the glaring silence of government work.
Something you seem to be familiar with.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Need to see her. Tell her. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt.
Who do you need to see, David?
You.
Who didn't you mean to hurt? Just let me know if anything changes, please.
Sure.
Yes, Bill.
Doc, I think we have our alpha.
Oh. How?
According to Hicks, Chris Elkhart did not die in an accident.
Look, he crashed on purpose, Doc. The kid floored it and drove right into a pole.
I got this, okay? This is what I do.
Put it on speaker.
We matched the autopsy with the police report, and the facts are not matching the conclusions. I mean, this kid died of a suicide.
And why wasn't that in the reports?
No idea. And Handel covered it up. He covered up a lot of things, like that football kid, David Burton. Apparently, he'd been bullying Chris, something awful. According to Chris's file, his mother raised holy hell about it. The guidance counselor, Dave's dad, and that team booster, Marvin Watts.
Yeah, and Sheriff Handel.
No one did anything about it. So there's your motive and opportunity.
Oh, a grieving mother. An entire town to blame.
Yep.
Rachel.
What?
Rachel just went to that woman's house.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Is that nutmeg and cayenne?
I'm impressed. I only used a pinch of cayenne for the whole batch. That was Chris's favorite.
You really loved him, didn't you?
He was my son.
My parents, think I'm a freak.
Oh, I can't believe that.
The cayenne? That was nothing. I can taste every ingredient. This blanket, alpaca and silk. Plus 5% performance, please. I can tell you that just by touching it. All my senses are that strong.
That's amazing. Have you always been like that?
You should hear what my parents say. I hear them. They think I'm sick because I can't stand the sight of germs. Because sometimes I won't eat. They pray that they can find someone, anyone, to marry me. But I can't even handle a kiss. Who's gonna want to marry someone like that? The only thing I'm good for is being a walking crime lab.
Have you told your mother how you feel?
She won't talk to me about it. In fact, she won't talk to me about anything right now. That's Agent Harkin. He probably knows something about Chris. I should get that.
Rachel, it can wait. I'm here for you. Angel. There. How do you feel?
I feel wonderful.
Small town.
Anything?
No, all clear.
I'll try Rachel.
Rachel.
I am so glad that I can finally talk to someone. I don't know why, but I feel like I could trust you with anything.
You can.
I want to trust Dr. Rosen. I do, but sometimes I think all he cares about is my alpha ability.
So, all of your team members are alphas like you?
Yeah. Everybody except for Dr. Rosen. Where are we going?
Well, we have to make one stop. And then I'll need your help to get away.
Away? Away from what?
Nina, has Gary pinged Mrs. Elkhart's cell phone yet?
Sir, you
Hey,
can't touch
that's
that.
illegal.
DCIS. Little room, please. Any luck here?
No, I've got signal overload. Doppler radar trucks in the neighborhood. I hate Doppler 2000 and 3000, 4000.
Okay, you heard that?
If I think back, Rachel was drawn to that woman immediately. She could die.
From what you said, this Jessica has no reason to hurt Rachel.
I don't think Mrs. Elkhart's fully rational. The oxytocin bond works both ways, and I think Chris's death triggered something akin to psychotic postpartum depression. Rachel's incredibly vulnerable just now. Not just emotionally, but physically because of her ability.
Okay, I found her. The Doppler is gone. They're moving east on Cross Creek Road. Hicks and Harkonnen close. Get Harkonnen and Hicks. Put them on. Put me on.
You killed those people. Why? How?
When Chris was born, I felt this overwhelming rush of love. And from that point on, I could make other people feel that way too.
I don't see how that could hurt anybody.
Neither did I until Chris's funeral. David's father came to me crying about what his son had done, and I comforted him. Then he told me he knew about the bullying and did nothing. I told him I never wanted to see his face again. The next day, he was dead. That's when I knew how I could make things right for Chris.
You're talking about murder.
I'm talking about justice.
Jessica, please, stop this. No, you're a good person.
I begged them to stop David and his friends. I begged them. And they blamed Chris. They blamed him, said that he was too sensitive, that I should take him to a therapist, that I should toughen him up.
Dr. Rosen can help you.
I don't need his help.
It hurts.
I'm sorry, Rachel, but you're supposed to be helping me. If you help me, you'll feel better.
Okay, yeah, they're heading east. Just head east. Okay, now wait, go right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go right, now.
Through the woods?
Should let me drive.
Yeah. You know what? It's my car.
Okay, you can cut them off at the next intersection. Floor it.
Yeah, boondocks. Hello? Damn it, Gary. I broke my axle.
I told you should let me drive.
That's not my fault. You can drive safe and fast. Hands at 10 and 2.
Yeah, whatever.
So now what?
I don't know about you. I'm gonna run.
What is it? What do you see that I can't? Rachel?
It's Bill.
The others can't be far behind. What are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I've run out of time. I don't love you. I want you to die.
Rachel.
Oh, Jessica. Thank goodness. I am so glad that you called. With the feds taking David and all these people dying, I just feel like I am losing it. But if we can talk, I know I'll feel so much better. It always helps so much.
I won't be here long.
Why not?
You murdered my son, Kent. You and the rest of them.
No.
And now I want you to spend your last few hours dying alone.
Doc, she's not responding. What do I do?
Hold her still, Bill. Hold her still.
Rachel.
What is that?
It's oxytocin, something to counteract the withdrawal.
This doesn't look like withdrawal, Doc. I mean, it's happened too fast.
Not for anyone else, and not for Rachel. She's not anyone else.
Come on, girl.
It's not working. It's not breaking the pain cycle. Maybe she can. Rachel, listen to me. Focus on my voice. Hold her tight. Focus on the feeling of our hands. Just that feeling. Block everything else out. Feel the comfort.
I need her.
Her love is not real. Real love is unconditional, Rachel. Listen to me. I care about you more than you'll ever know. You're like a daughter to me. You always have been and you always will be. Concentrate. We love you, Rachel. We love you, Rachel, all of us. You can do it.
You okay?
Come on. You can do it. Focus on the feeling of our hand. It's working. She's doing it. She's doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Yeah, come here. Here. Yeah, see. We're right here. We're all here. You did it. Oh, good.
Don't do this, okay? I love you. I would do anything to bring Chris back. Anything.
A little late for that.
I know things got out of hand, okay? I admit that. But if Chris wanted to play ball, he need to be a whole lot tougher than he was. Nobody thought he would drive into a telephone pole. Nobody.
Back to that, doesn't it? Always comes back to it's always Chris's fault. It's Chris's problem. I am so sick of hearing.
Tell me what do you want me to do, Jessica? Just tell me and I will do it. I swear I will do it.
Burn in hell.
Hold it right there. Don't move.
Don't let her touch you. I'm going to need an ambulance at 57 Poplar Way.
Where are you going? Don't let him. Don't help him. He let my son die.
Sorry to hear that. Killing someone else is not going to help you, is it?
Jessica, stop. Chris wouldn't have wanted you to hurt anyone, not for him.
I miss him.
I know.
I'm so...
So what did you tell everyone this time?
I kept it simple. Jessica poisoned her victims, which is true to a point.
She's going away, isn't she? To Binghamton?
Yeah. Yes, and I hope this isn't a portent of more such cases to come. It's the danger. That said, how are you?
We should have that printed up on t-shirts. I'm alive. Thanks to you.
Thank yourself, Rachel. It was your own ability that saved your life. You're a very capable young woman. More than you know. What do you say we go home?
Home sounds good.